oh, hey, what's that? I don't know. Hola. So today's video is going to be about two things that are hopefully really short. One is how to kind of remember your trip in different ways that are going to allow you to remember the most detail. Because I have personally gone on trips. You get home, you've got a bunch of pictures, and that's great, but at the same time, you cannot remember exactly where those pictures were taken, what was happening during them, and that's great sometimes, and then other times you're like, I really just wish I knew where that picture was. So we're going to talk about that. And then I also have a few tips on how to stay in contact with the people at home so that they don't freak out, but also so it's not too much where you feel overburdened by talking to them or like the necessity to speak with them every day, something like that. So, with no further ado, I would like to say that photos, I do not speak poorly of photos because they are great. They are wonderful. They really show, that one specific moment in time when you happen to be seeing something. Because as time passes, it might seem almost exactly the same, but it's not. Even it could be as simple as the flag being at half-mast in your photo when, it's not at half-mast anymore. Something simple like that. However, there's also a thing as too many pictures. Because if you are taking too many photos, you are not really experiencing everything along the way. And that's no good either. I mean, you need to experience it to actually have good memories when you look back at those photos. So, being a photo hog myself, I say this from experience because as much as I love my photos, there are some that I have no idea where they came from. And I wish that I had taken some kind of notes to, just be able to tell people when I got home when they're like, oh, hey, what's that? And you're like, I don't know. Another kind of fun thing to do, should you be taking a lot of pictures, and you're going a lot of different places, is to take a picture of like a sticky note or some kind of note card with the place where you're going. Take a picture of that at the beginning, like when you first get there, and then take a picture of that again when you are done taking pictures of that place. That way, you can separate kind of all of your pictures, and you'll be able to put them in different albums, and you'll be able to order them all, and it will be a lot easier for you. Another good way to kind of keep track of yourself, which is not as heavy as some manners might be, but is also very productive, and also actually relays information back home to other people should they be freaking out like my parents were, is a blog. Because you can write whatever the heck you want. You can post pictures, you can post videos, anything. And it's great. And they have the URL at all times. They can go see all your updates. You can update when you have time, and it's great. And I would really definitely suggest it because not only can you like relay information to people back home, you can actually meet other travelers and other bloggers who are doing the same thing as you, and that's always good. There's a lot of really good ways to join different communities online and just find people who are interested in the same things as you. And that sometimes, depending on where you live, can be rare. So that's also a nice opportunity. On the same wavelength, vlogging is also very good should you prefer. I mean, some people are very awkward with cameras, and that's cool. But like I said, I'm kind of doing this because it's going to be multi-purpose. It's good for me to help remember the trip and things that I might forget to write down. It's also going to be a good way for my parents to see my face when, I'm not taking pictures of myself, when we can't Skype, something like that. So that'll be good too. On the other hand, you can always, go old style. Get a journal, write down everything you're feeling, everything you want. It's going to help you remember this. I am an awful journal writer. This is going to be one of my main goals while I am in Spain because I know this experience is going to be something that's once in a lifetime that is going to change me, hopefully, and I want to remember that process because the last time I was in Spain was very similar. I did have kind of this life changing opportunity, and while I can remember it pretty well, I can't remember in all the detail I would like. And all of these ways are going to be great to help me do that. I also purchased one of these little folders because I scrapbook all my pictures, which is why I take a lot of pictures. And it's also really cool to have like receipts and Metro cards and airplane tickets and basically any kind of pieces of paper, flyers, like those little pamphlets you get when you go to a museum, something like that. Those are always really great kind of little tidbits to put in a scrapbook. So saving something like that is also going to help you remember kind of things that you did, and that's really cool, and it's actually really invaluable because you can go back through that scrapbook years later and be like, oh my god, I totally forgot that I went there, and it's something that you can share with everybody, and it's really great. On to staying in contact with the people at home. I guarantee you that even if people do not say it, they will miss you. And you don't want to go abroad. I mean, this might be your purpose for going abroad, is to kind of completely separate yourself from everybody. But you don't really want to do that completely. I mean, Facebook is great. You can keep contact with so many people on Facebook now. Email is also good. And Skype is fantastic also. However, if you have family who is technologically challenged, as I do, those things are great and you can teach them how to use them, and that's fine. However, email is sometimes difficult because, you're not writing as much as they want you to write, and it's not as often. And, I mean, that's depending on your schedule, and you might have to explain that to them. Say, listen, I really don't have time to be writing you every single day. That's okay. And Skyping is also really fantastic, but the time separation is often difficult. And with, your schedule, wherever you're staying, with your other person's schedule, wherever they are in the world, it's often hard to actually sit down and get like a weekly video chat going on. So I'm going to promote a video, because even if you just make it and like post it on YouTube and give your family the link, or if you post it on Facebook so everyone can access it, it's that's going to be one of the easiest ways for people to kind of get that little bit of reassurance that you're okay, that everything is fine. However, I do have some other kind of fun little tricks that I am doing for this one. If I got some stationery, and I'm really hoping no one finds this until I'm gone, no one from my family. I got some stationery, and you can write letters for them to open on certain days, which will be really nice, because I mean, you're thinking ahead and you're writing things ahead of time, but that's, they'll still have a bit of you, and it'll still be your true thoughts coming out, so that's not really all that different. You can take the stationery with you and write letters, because it's cool to get, postmarked letters no matter what age we are in. Just because the world is full of technology doesn't mean that we can't write letters. Postcards are great because you get the nice photo of where you're staying, and I love postcards. Like, anyone wants to send me a postcard, please do it. And also, if you're going over a major holiday, someone's birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day, anything like that, it's always, going to be really appreciated if you get a gift, hide it somewhere, make a note, and tell them, hey, go over here and look because there's something for you there. And, that'll be really appreciated. My parents couldn't believe I did that last time, and I was like, go look under my bed, there's something there. And they were just blown away. It was so great. And it was actually during a Skype video, and I got to see them open it, and it was one of the most fantastic things. But that is all for today. I actually did make it under the 10-minute mark, which is great. And so I will see you all soon. Hasta luego.